Nigeria this Tuesday recorded an improved ranking in the Corruption Perceptions Index, moving 5 places up to rank 145 out of 180 countries assessed. According to the latest corruption index released by the Transparency International, the country also gained 1 point added to its previous 24, ending up scoring 25 out of the 100 maximum points in the 2023 Corruption Perceptions Index result, apart from moving 5 places up from its 150 position. Clearview News correspondent who was at the event tells us more.
The Executive Director of Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center, CISLAC, Awal Ibrahim Musa, while presenting the index in Abuja at a press briefing, said the ranking is an improvement on the 2022 position, where Nigeria scored 150 among 180 countries, with 24 out of 100 points on the corruption index. He also added that Nigeria's score is below the sub-Saharan Africa average of 33 points. Nigeria now shares its 145th position in the 2023 Corruption Perceptions Index with Liberia, Madagascar, and Mozambique.
Nigeria's score is below the sub-Saharan African average of 33 points. Most African countries show stagnation. 90% of countries in sub-Saharan Africa score under 50. This shows that it's a problem that we have both in country and at regional level, that we have to wake up to ensure that we do everything possible to defeat corruption and corrupt practices. Based on this assessment, it is important to highlight that this is the first corruption perception index under this administration. Therefore, it will be used as a benchmark for subsequent years, how the government take the advices that we are going to read out to block leakages, to carry out preventive measures before even the corruption happens, will determine whether in the subsequent corruption perception index result, whether Nigeria can actually make the necessary and the needed progress.
Other experts at the event said the 2022 Corruption Perceptions Index shows that countries in sub-Saharan Africa have a long way to go in their fight against corruption.
That's what Nigeria did right in the year, is that there were arrests and recoveries by anti-corruption agencies. So there have been arrests and recoveries of proceeds of crime by Nigeria's anti-corruption agencies. So I think you shouldn't stop at just recovering money from them. You shouldn't just stop at highlighting it in the public that these have been recovered. There is a need to hold them accountable. There is a need to take further steps to file charges against these individuals that have been found to have committed infraction of the law.
Over the years, security budget has been the highest, if not the last 3 years across the years, which is about twice the sum of the next two sectors, talking about education, which is 8.2, and infrastructure, which is 5.7. However, the security situation of the country continues to be a challenge, and the corruption in this sector is worrisome.
Every evaluator, regulator, such as the Financial Action Task Force, the United Nations Convention Against Corruption, when they are analyzing how deep you combat public sector corruption, they look at the number of high-profile cases you have, not the other low-hanging fruit that are very easy to arrest and convict and send to prison. How many people, how many politically exposed persons have you convicted in the last year? It's a clear assessment when they are evaluating a country.
Agencies given the mandate to recover assets under the Proceeds of Crime and Management Act 2022 should ensure that they establish a database where information about assets in their custody is easily accessed by citizens.
This is the first Corruption Perceptions Index since the Bola Tinubu administration assumed office as Nigeria President on May 29, 2023. Developed by Transparency International in 1995, the Corruption Perceptions Index is an annual ranking of countries on the prevalence of corruption within each country based on surveys by experts and business executives. Imefonokon reporting for Clever News.